Hello there! Welcome to the Short Fuse Theater Project, the Comedy Night Edition.
I'm Kristen Swan, and this is Erica McDermott, and we're the directors of the show.
We have 12 of the funniest young comedians on the South Shore with us here tonight. They're going to put on a great show for you.
So they had just 9 hours of rehearsals, and they worked so hard to put on this great show.
Please take photos and please share them with us on Facebook and Instagram and give us a follow so you're up to date on what we're doing and you can see photos from all of our rehearsals.
Okay, thank you, huge thank you to our team directors that are back there, Addie, Nolan, Connor, and Jack. And for community television, who is recording. And this amazing sound system, Matt Chase, we cannot thank you enough.
About 45 minutes, sit back, relax, laugh, have a good time. On with the show.
All right, hey, up first, we have a young comic who I had the pleasure of working with this week. His bit has got a lot of ups, just a couple downs, and maybe a loop-de-loop somewhere in the middle. Give it up for George!
So I was walking through Citrus Carnival a couple years ago, and it got me thinking about the first time that I had ever been on a roller coaster. So I think it was about 7 or 8 at the time, and me and my family were walking in this amusement park in New Hampshire, and suddenly my dad pulls me over the side and turns me around, and I met face to face with this wooden death monster towering 500 feet above me. And then he asks if I want to go on it. And what I should have said was, no, that doesn't sound like a good idea. But what I did say was, yeah. And so he drives me to this line, and for the next hour I have to stare at this mess of wood and nails posing as an amusement park ride for children. It looks like if you smashed your mom's favorite vase on the ground and rebuilt it into a roller coaster. As I'm walking through the line, I see one more chance of hope, the height limit sign. And as you can see, it had not failed me before. So I'm staring in despair, and for the first time in my life, I actually wish that I had been shorter. Before I knew it, I was at the front of the line. My dad, being the smart person he is, said we should sit in the back. Said we should sit in the middle because it's usually the smoothest ride and the best for younger people, as people who have been in roller coasters understand. And I said we should sit in the back. I know. I'm in the future also, and I'll have you know that the scared brain moves very quickly. So my reasoning for this was when everybody else gets decapitated on this monster roller coaster, I'll have time to, jump out and maybe save my dad, get some hero action going in there. But somehow, at the end of the ride, everyone made it on with their heads still attached to their body. It was a fun thing I got to do with my dad. Thank you. Have a good night.
For a comedian who has a witty take on a struggle every actor knows, let's hear it for Benji!
Basil. Are any of you theater kids? So, you know in auditions, you're standing in the corner worrying, like, you plan out your hairstyle for the next day, like, in case anyone has something against ponytails. And you see this person in the audition room just belting their lungs out, like, they're trying to make you nervous, they're trying to show off. So, you make a competition. Like, they're out here like, ah, and then you're out here like, ah, and then they're out here like, ah, and then you're out here like, ah, and then it turns into a scream contest and you're all like, ah, and like, how come everyone in the room is always better at belting than you? Like, bro has an IRL audition, I don't know what's going on. And then you come into the room, and the directors are sitting like this. Like, they've seen it 1,000 times, they're already tired of you. Whenever you're ready. I'm never ready. I was never ready. You start singing, somewhere. And then they interrupt you. That's enough. We've seen enough. What do you mean you've seen enough? Susan got to sing the entire song you've seen enough. I can learn this whole song here and hear this whole song. Thank you. Isn't that just relatable? Now, our next act is the one and only, who I consider to be a big short fuse comedy night legend. He has incredible knock-knock jokes. Give it up for Finn!
Okay, guys, so I'm going to be telling you a few jokes now. Okay, here we go. What do you call a sleeping bull?
What?
A bulldozer. No.
Who's there?
Ashley, I'm done with the joke. What food do NASCARs eat?
What?
Fast food. Two fish are in a tank, and one says, "How do I drive this thing?" Why did the chicken cross the playground?
Why?
To get to the other slide. So this is going to be a story joke, so please hold on to your butts. This girl went into a friend's room and asked, "Darla, should I either wear the pink or blue dress to your surprise party?" And then Darla was like, "Do." And then I came in the room, and then I said, "I think you just blew the surprise party."
What?
You're under a vest. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't know all of you were interested in Japanese poetry. I mean, come on. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Otto.
Hi.
You auto laugh at this joke. Okay, so this last joke it's a combination of a farm animal and about sassy girls. And this is for all you lovers out there. Here we go. What do you call a spicy baby chicken? A hot chick! They cook it up!
Didn't I tell you that'd be amazing? Our next act is a very near and dear girl, the only girl in this camp, besides myself. She will be talking about her own family. Give it up for Bridget!
Hi, I'm Bridget. Who in the audience has a dad? The funny thing about my dad is he's very strong, brave, and smart. But when he goofs up, they're probably the funniest fails you've ever seen. Here are some of the funniest ones. Number 1, we went to the skate park. At first, nobody got hurt because my brother and I were careful. But then entered Dad. He tried to go down a giant bowl on his bike, but braked halfway down. The bike went upside down and did a full 360. He looked like a flying squirrel as he flew through the air. And there was Dad on the ground clutching his shoulder. Lesson learned. Don't go down the bowl as a beginner, kids and dads. Okay, so this one is short. So can anyone surf?
Yes.
Even if you can't, you'd probably beat my dad. He tried out a surfing machine on vacation and stayed up for less than a second. He got very embarrassed when we took a video and shared it with everyone we knew. In the hot tub, he was sitting like when we told him Titanic doesn't have an extra T in it, and he was like, Titanic! It's Titanic! Does anyone ski? Because even if you're a beginner, this story will make you feel much better about your skills. My family was skiing and the only beginner trail had a tow rope. The ice was slippery and soon, bonk, Dad, down. Bonk, brother, down. Bonk, a whole bunch of crazy noises because that's what happens when I fall down. Mom was the only one who stayed at on the tow rope and she knew that. She made a face like, save me please. When she got to the top of the hill, there was only one way down. So Mom crouched down so her skis were a sled and coasted down the ice. She landed at some man's feet and he looked down like, what are you doing, lady? No, seriously, are you crazy? And we never went skiing there again.
Alrighty. Now, for someone who's going to be serving up the nautical With a side of jokes, Desmond!
Have you ever wanted to solve a mystery, but you just didn't want to search on Google? So that's what I tried with, what animal has the best eyesight? Owl. So I finally figured it out. Seagulls. Speaking of seagulls, I have a good story about one. So there was this one day I was just walking along the beach with my friend, like I always do, and then we just saw these two seagulls fighting over a bag of Cheez-Its. Now, I don't exactly speak the language of seagulls. I hope to speak Spanish someday, but I can definitely not speak seagull, but this is kind of what I think they were saying. Hey, you better give me that bag of Cheez-Its right now! No! It's mine! Eat that dead crab over there! Sorry, seagulls. Am I right? Actually, seagulls aren't the only animals that are really funny. Perhaps kittens. What do you call a kitten that's eaten way too much beans? Puss in Boots. Actually, this might be a good idea. I have a dog, and he watches TV. Wait, your dogs don't normally watch TV? Okay, well, let me tell you. So one day, I was just sitting down and eating lunch with my family. Like I always do. And then we just heard the TV turn on, like a bum, 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 bum. So we all got up from our seats, turned our head to see our dog in the living room, standing on its full legs on the coffee table, switching the channels. Switching the channels. So, after that one coincidence, I started thinking about my dog. He can watch TV. He doesn't need to be fed. I'm pretty sure he even has a girlfriend. He might even know how to drive. I am sorry, everybody, but I must go to see if my dog has learned how to drive.
Okay, up next is a comedian who will blow you away. Well, Will.
So one time I was just sitting on the couch thinking, would Lightning McQueen get car insurance or life insurance? If you sweat in a sweater, does that make you the sweater? If you put cold water on a hot dog, does that make it a chili dog? Why is bacon called bacon and cookies called cookies if you cook bacon and bake cookies? I don't want you guys to have a bedtime sleep or anything, so let's move on to like some quick short jokes. One day, a robber robbed me and stole my TV. And then I ran after him screaming, "Hey, you forgot the remote!" And one time, Well, this is just a story, alright? Dad, I think I'm gonna get married. Oh, that's great, son. Who do you have in mind? Grandma! She always tells me she loves me, she makes the best food, and she's the best storyteller. Oh, that's great, son, but there's a problem. What is it? She's my mother. You can't marry my mother. Well, you marry mine. Why doesn't the ocean dry up? Why? Because it doesn't have a towel. How do you know the ocean's around me? How? It's waves. Speaking of the ocean, I have a funny story about the beach. One time, I was playing this game called Taps with my friend, or friends. And basically, it's a game where you keep the ball in the air while you or me is in the air. If you don't, you're disqualified. If the ball hits the ground, you're disqualified. And also, when I was playing, he threw the ball so hard, I just went like bang! And I fell to the ground on the sand, and I'm just like, where am I? Oh, nice shot, bro. That's the end of my story. Thank you.
Up next, folks, we have Gates talking about everyone in Situate's favorite hobby.
There are a few requirements to be a fisherman. A fishing pole. B, a body of water. C, you must be dumb. Wait, can I even say dumb anymore? Is that offensive? Okay, let's just say this instead. C, you must be not bright. Is that better? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know tons of smart people who fish. It's just that when they get a fishing pole in their hands, they lose their brains. For example, Wade Boggs, a former Red Sox player. He was a normal guy with great talent until he started fishing, and all was lost. Right after he lost the tournament, he stole the trophy. Naughty, 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 Wade Boggs. Has anyone heard about the fisherman scandal in the news? No. Alright, then let me tell you about it. So these dudes caught some fish and they stuffed them with weights so they could win the contest. I know, right? For all we know, those fish spent the whole entire winter in a weight loss program. They probably have been working their butts off to get the perfect summer figure. And now they're weighing in public, which is not already okay, if it ever was. And they're 10 pounds heavier than they were last week. Poor things, can you imagine? Oh, everyone, it's time for me to reel in. Good night.
Up next, folks, we have Eli, who will be talking about everyone's favorite subject in school. Give it up
study of all time has to be Algebra 3. Recently, I got an F in that class, but before I got home, I was able to change it before my mom could see. I might have wanted to put it a bit higher though, because she wasn't very happy when she found I got an F+ in math. Like, seriously, when will I ever need to learn this stuff? Oh, hi, Mom. Train A is leaving at 10:45 going 80 miles an hour, and train B is leaving 3.5 hours later going 100 miles an hour. I weigh 75 pounds. I have 7 coins in my pocket. The stock market went down 200 points last week. And there's a 30% chance of rain. And the Patriots' record is 8-5. How did they even have a record that low? Okay, fine. I guess I'm a little overreactive. But seriously, I got the worst problem today. My mom got a bag of 20 tulips. 12 of them were white, 8 of them were red. And then she put them in a bag. Then she asked me to figure out how many she would need to pull out before she was guaranteed a red tulip. Any guesses? I figured if she wanted red tulips, then why not just get a bag of red tulips? Back to grades. When I'm not doing, people always tell me I'm adorable. And I think I can use that to my advantage. If I'm not doing very well in school, then all I need to do is these baby browns, give my boring look, and my teacher might just give me some extra credit. And that just may be how I turn my F into an F+.
Up next, folks, we have Parker, whose jokes were taken from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh, hey everybody, I'm Parker. Today I'm going to be telling you something. Who here has ever watched Star Wars? Have you ever watched Star Wars with someone who has asked a lot of questions? Boy, is that annoying. You know who does that to me? My brother. He's constantly asking questions. He's asking them as if he's Yoda. Oh, that's who he is? The name of that floating ship, what is? How floating is that? Here's a joke for you. Why didn't any of Luke Skywalker's marriages last? Why? He followed Obi-Wan's advice. Use divorce, Luke. Seriously, Yoda is so cool, and he teaches us a lot of lessons. Like, who knew the Force was so strong? He doesn't look a day over 800. Thank you.
Up next is a comic I am honored to introduce. It is my very own brother, Brady.
So this summer I spent most of my time in two places, my room and the pool. I go to the KOC, or Knights of Columbus pool. Whenever I ask my friends if they want to swim at the KFC on a hot day or something, they look at me and they say, "You swim in fried chicken?" Although, once we get there, my favorite game to play is Dibble Dabble. You know, the game where children jump on top of each other, hoping to grab a small plastic bottle cap hidden in the water. Although, I do love playing Dibble Dabble with the lifeguards, for one reason and one reason only. To rub it in my oldest brother's face that I got a piece of plastic before him. Although, my victory is cut short when they call Adult Swim. Adult Swim turns the once beautiful pool into a barren hellscape of crying babies and parents failing to look natural on the pool noodle. After finally scrounging up $1.50, I enter the high-class dining of the pool, the Snack Shack. My brother, who runs the Snack Shack, gives me all my candy, and I have 25 cents left, and a choice. I could tip my brother 25 cents, or walk away. Easy. After I leave the Snack Shack with my candy and 25 cents, I was about to jump back into the pool for another few rounds of Dibble Dabble, when what I had heard and I had been dreading most had been said. "Brady, 10 more minutes," my mom says. I freeze in place. "Come on, Mom, it's only been like an hour." My mom replies, "Honey, it's been said." Or leaving. And she says it in that tone that you know if you try to talk back to her, you're being grounded for a while. So I say goodbye to all my friends expecting to leave. And then she sees someone she knows. And she starts to talk. And then I know we'll be here for hours.
All right, here we are. Last act of the night is Tyler.
Hello, my kids and peeps, my swimmers and entertainers, my little lollies. Hi, my name is Tyler, and today I'm going to show you my comic. So, I go to this camp with my family every summer. Like, my whole family. It's about 19 people. In the middle of nowhere. The food is good or bad, depending on who makes it. I love my sister to death, but her food makes school food look like a 5-star restaurant. The bathrooms only have like 5 stalls per bathroom. With 19 people, it's pretty hard to find privacy. Even on the toilet, I feel like I'm being stalked by 8-year-olds. That lake is the grossest thing I have ever seen. I'd rather swim in the bathroom toilets because I know it's going in those. The best part of Camp Kiwani is leaving. I love my family, but I'd rather be in air conditioning. Thank you and good night.
Wow.
Says can we get another round of applause?
the time all of you have been waiting for. We're going to announce the next show. Can I get a drum roll, please?
The week after Thanksgiving, we are going to put on the holiday movie edition.
Holiday movie. So here's the deal. We are going to have a red carpet world premiere at the Real Movie Theater in Situate Harbor 2 weeks after we have our next edition, and we're all going to watch it with our friends and families on the big screen.
All right, so, yeah. Okay, so be sure to take your headshots and your notes. The actors can take those headshots. And we are ready for our chant.
We do this at the end of every rehearsal and every show, and it's going to sound familiar to some of you, but I promise it's a good chant.
Yeah, don't, if you recognize the tune, just know that we changed the lyrics.